guys, this is a general reading for Cancer for July 2019. It'll be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If you have significant Cancer in your chart, if you're just drawn to this video, if you're cross-watching, like if you're watching for another sign or something like that. Also, for more of a complete picture, or if this doesn't resonate with you, check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Any significant placements in your chart, any video that you're just drawn to that I've either already made or I will make. Energy is fluid, so none, all, or some of this may apply. It may have already happened. It may be happening now. It could happen in the future. I could read this as you. It could be someone else around you. I could read this as love. It could be career. So just apply it to your life as necessary. Take what fits, leave the rest. Don't make it fit if it doesn't. Thank you for those of you who have inquired about donations and donated to the channel. That really means a lot to me, and it helps out for reasons I'll get into briefly in a couple minutes. But if you're interested in donations for, energy of, give back, reciprocal energy, or just if this video has helped you or you're just drawn to or whatever, all that information is in the description box below, for like PayPal information, email information. Also, for service information, that's also in the description box below. So if you're interested for like private readings or any of the other services I provide, it's also in the description box below. I also do chakra rebalancing and clearing. I don't have that on there yet. So check it out. Please read all of it. Don't just get to my email and then email me. Read it all, including the description. I'm more than willing to help anybody out, but it does save me time, and most of the information is there that you need. But if in doubt, you can email me. So everything's in the description box below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I put out different types of videos. All of this really helps me, because whether it's through the channel, whether it's through services, whether it's through donations, I take most of that money and I apply it towards healing and put towards like my mission and helping out what I'm trying to do. And all of that I either put together or do to heal myself, and the techniques that I learn and the stuff I use, I then use and give back and help others with it, because a lot of people need a lot of help right now, and almost all of that I can do distant-wise. So it helps me do that and fulfill what I'm trying to do right now. So thank you so much for that. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Again, I put out different types of videos. And please comment. Let me know if this resonates, what you think, your thoughts, ideas, anything like that. Even if I don't always have time to respond, I love reading them. So I think that's it. So I'll get on with your reading. If I think of anything else, I will let you know. On first glance, this seems like a very, either you don't know what to do or something happened. We'll see when we get into it. I don't know exactly what way this is going to go. I know what it looks firsthand to me, and there definitely is like a type of either narcissistic situation or an uneven give and take, something that's not healthy at the very least. And it could just be internally, it could be outside of you, but something that you may just really be going through. I couldn't really tap into a lot of your energy of what I feel like. It just felt very disconnected, but I did get a lot of feelings in an area that made me think of liver, and then I thought of fear. And so I pulled out this book that's kind of like a Heal Your Body A to Z, and it's, emotions that go along with certain body parts or ailments. And liver is the seat of anger and primitive emotions. So if you have liver problems, could be chronic complaining, justifying, fault finding to deceive yourself, or feeling bad. There's definitely some type of victim mindset here in putting yourself into a situation. But let's just dig into the energy. In your main position, your center position, you have the Magician. And I get obviously a wanting to build or create something, take action, and do something. I feel a confidence issue as soon as I held it, which might be all the yellow around it, like your solar plexus. A lot of people are having hits on their solar plexus right now. to do things that either trigger that area, to clean out those emotions, or just cleaning out the emotions. But I feel like you're wanting to, or might be lacking confidence to take some type of action. And you're either trying to find a way to do this, or the universe is going to help you find a way to do this, whatever this action is. And chances are it's walking away. Let me just, pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, finding the will within yourself to do this. Tell me about that. Yeah, like you're wanting to take action and go towards something that has like an even give and take. Like I was saying, I felt an unequal reciprocal thing going on here. And this is the Six of Pentacles. This one is asking for stuff, but he's offering something too. This one has his hand out asking for stuff, but he's hiding what he has. So somebody could be being manipulative too, which is what I also get in your foundation. But you know, there might also be an illusion type of thing going on here, like a magician. You know, they work by illusion. But as far as you go, and you could be doing this too, so flip-flop this as necessary. I mean, I remember it was so many readings ago. I haven't done a whole lot of Cancers, but they, you know, were dealing with a very narcissistic situation, I think, in most of the reads that I do. But you're trying to figure out how to manifest that which you, like, want. There's something you're wanting to do. You want to have more confidence. You want to feel better. You want to be in a better, empowered, really. You want, because of the lack of the give and take and the whole cycle of it and everything, you're just not feeling empowered to manifest, to create, to do anything, really. Sorry. And what's crossing you, I'm just going to leave that there and go on. What's crossing you is you have the Eight of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Cups. I mean, these are either what you need to do, or these are your influencing energies. Blocking or influencing. No wonder you don't feel confident or empowered or feeling like you can do anything. Because you're either needing to walk away or go find that emotional fulfillment within yourself. There may be a lot of competition around you, or you could just or be spiritually, you know, conflicted and sad. Like, whether somebody left you or you're needing to leave them, and you're in like a fearful state about it. Doing this may or is, you know, is really triggering a lot of your fears, a lot of your emotions. You might literally have a lot of stuff coming up right now. Maybe it's not even just a bad relationship. Maybe it's just, you know, letting go of an old or outdated or whatever side of yourself, just holding on to certain things that are emotional, that are spiritually conflicting you, that are stopping you from being in this magician standpoint and from being confident and good, and where you could do things and take action and, you know, basically manifest like whatever it is you want. So you had the Tower come out first. So some of you could have lost something, but like I said, I feel like the universe is coming in and it's doing something to push you out of your comfort zone, because it is going to bring up a lot of your fears and your codependencies. A lot of your, basically you might have a type of an awakening or a perception change. This really is a good thing that's happening, so please try to go with the flow on this and go with the path of least resistance. Just release, relax, surrender. It's trying to teach you some balance, but you're like, you're trying to hold on to something, probably a relationship or some type of situation that you may have kids in a family with this person. Or some of you, there may be somebody trying to come in that would be another partner for you. That would be a new, good beginning for you that would actually, work out. You have the Four of Pentacles, the King of Wands, Page of Wands, and Ten of Pentacles. So some of you are trying to hold on to this that you see as a good thing. And some of you recently let go of something, or somebody let go of you, and you're focusing on rebuilding and trying to keep somebody that's not good for you, like an ass. Like I see a donkey, so like an ass, to keep out anything that could hinder your confidence, your growth, your stability, your family, your things to invest in that would have a long time investment and giving back. I feel like I'm missing something. But you're waiting. But there is healing coming in and balance. It's almost like I get this vibe that like something is going to be removed from your life or changed, and if it's helping to balance you out, not only just in the give take and the things around you, bring something else in, but also your mind, your perception, and your internal energies. It's trying to bring you healing. And sometimes it looks like the opposite of that at first. It's going to look like more destruction, but a lot of times for healing, you have to have destruction first, because you have to, destroy it and clear it away. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Stability. So you're either not wanting to let this go because you feel like it's your stability and you have invested in it for so long. You might have like a family and kids and all of that. And then for some, or it could be both, and it probably is because of the eclipse. Like the eclipse probably has a lot to do with it, that something is going to be removed or eclipsed out, like a decision has been or has to be made that will allow healing and balance into your life so that this stability can come in. Like it's almost like your fear of a lack of stability is actually blocking the stability. Like you're almost fearing so much that you or somebody else may be trying to hold on so tight, probably because you think it could get worse, but because of that, you're not allowing it to get better. Very much a fear mentality, lack mentality, confidence issues. And someone or something is going to come in or happen possibly that really kind of pushes you out of your comfort zone. Because really the only time you develop this mentality is when you've done things. You've had to go through things and build up your confidence to kind of negate, eradicate that whole you're not good enough vibe. It needs to come in and just shake up the whole energy. It could be Uranus and Taurus. Could be Mercury retrograde, you know, with Venus sitting right there and the sun. It doesn't really matter. The eclipse. I mean, there's just a lot of energies, and it seems to me you've got a lot around you and or in you that needs to be changed and removed, and healed and all that. It's probably a very codependent situation. Either way. In your foundation, I also like to think of it as the subconscious, you have the King of Cups and you have the Devil card. So chances are this is probably a reverse then. It's probably not the best version of the King of Cups. You have also a lot of Scorpio here. I mean, it could be any water sign. It could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but you have the Five of Cups, you have the King of Cups, you have the Six of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. You have a lot of Scorpio energies, the Tower, Judgment. You have a lot of Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, it could be any water sign, it could be anybody. But if you are, whoever this person is, they're not in their highest of vibrations. Neither are you if you're dealing with them. But this is a very like codependent energy, emotionally manipulative, not balanced, feeling like needing to be stuck there. Need to probably make a decision about this, but again, balance. Somebody could be juggling too. Like I said, a lot of competition. You have Two of Pentacles. I also think that you're having a problem with emotional stability and codependency and fear. And the fear and the codependency issues is what's stopping you from having true like emotional balance. But I do think that whether it's you or someone else, or it could be both of you, this is very much about perception, is kind of like slick or cunning. Like I said, manipulative. But in your past, some point in your past, there's the Wheel of Fortune. So something has changed. It could be karma. Again, it's pointing to the Scorpio, but something has changed. I feel like something has ended. Four of Swords. So a rest, a break. From the being stuck. Or it's just it's just the mind frame. Tell me a little bit more about the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's funny. Something has unstuck this situation, because what was on the bottom of the deck was the Eight of Swords. I pulled the Four of Swords. I wanted a little more clarification, and then there's the Eight of Swords again. So either one of you is still stuck and one is free and thinking. One of you may have removed yourself from the situation. Again, could be a person, situation, family member, job, whatever. Or what was stuck may not be now. However, subconsciously you still are. You have not released these energies yet. But in your thoughts, you have the Six of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So either this soulmate type relationship or just your being in la la land nostalgic way of thinking has ended. Curious what, I mean, it would be different for everybody because it's a general reading, but like what happened. What happened to cause this change? So some of you, it could just have been a perception change. You just saw it and thought of it yourself. You weren't in la la land again. Like Neptune went retrograde. So maybe you just really saw things. Some of you, somebody might have been like attention seeking, could have gotten somebody else pregnant. I mean, again, this could be other stuff too. I mean, it could be just your own fears, something having to do with kids too, and needing to end that way of thinking because it's not helping you. Maybe even a pregnancy could be bringing up a lot of fears and a lot of emotions within you. And maybe that's what changed recently, that you're having to address things within yourself and stuff from your past or a new beginning. It doesn't have to be a pregnancy, but so like I said, some of you, this is just going to be internal. Some of it's going to be internal and external. And a lot of these energies, although they're playing out between two, like they're very much internal. And even for the one to have something around them that's just not good for them, it's still going to make you address stuff from your past. But some of you could very well be in healthy relationships or situations, and just these energies, or some even good situations can trigger you and pull stuff up in you. Such as, like I said, somebody could be pregnant. They could have some type of victory in some way. Maybe even attention is on them and they feel their confidence like isn't fully there. Like, can I do this? You know, can I do it? Am I going to mess up in front of everybody? Especially if you have a kid, you know, you're like, am I going to mess up a kid? Like, maybe you as a Cancer, because Cancers do have a problem with vulnerability, or their emotions. Like, maybe it's forcing you to tap into your emotions and look into things right now so it can help, like, clear you out. Like, it's maybe, and then some of you who this is a relationship, you know, if you're not available and vulnerable, you are going to find somebody who's not available and vulnerable. For the most part. But some type of new beginning has sparked this. Whether something was removed from your life or something has been added to your life. And even when things are added, things are still removed. So you get the point. In your likely future, you have the Queen of Wands. So, you know, you find your sass. You find your confidence. your go-getterness, like your there's just things, something emotionally, whether it's a person or emotionally, you're going to have to leave behind and just let go of. You'll be shedding things. But this is a new beginning that you are going to take charge on. There is going to be a shift in power, though. There's a lot of things about staffs here. So, and it's funny because I pulled this card for me and I left it because I wanted to keep it pulled for me. So I may read it for you because it's like, here's the staff. The energy on the bottom of the deck is, again, he's holding a staff, but it's the Seven of Swords. Like, just feeling maybe overwhelmed, or like you have to defend people off, or people are just coming at you. Like, it's just like, calm down, back off. You know, like you're just feeling like you're having to fight or do this, or you're not, you know, just ready. And I think you're trying to process your own stuff, you know, that you're going through, that you're doing. And you just need some space. Some of you very well could be a kid, you know, Page of Cups, but you might also need your space. Maybe someone's come in for an apology or to talk or just say hi, and they kind of crapped on you, but now they want to try to work together and come together and close up this and work on it. And I'm sorry, let's make this right, and let's come together. I've been waiting for this. Sorry, let me be your other half. Let's heal this. Let's make a healthy family. I want to take action now. Blah, blah, blah. As they've been single, they've worked on themselves. They have a change of perspective. They want to even give and take now. They realize where they went wrong. Blah, you know, like it just keeps going and going and going. Maybe this person, you broke up with them and now they're trying to come back. And maybe this is what's affecting your confidence, is somebody or something that you walked away from that left you sad and regretful and remorseful and spiritually conflicted, and you had to go find yourself. So maybe they're coming back, Mercury retrograde. But some of you also, like I said, could be dealing with something with kids, pregnancy, whatever. You might have to be dealing with something within yourself, and just, I don't know, everybody's kind of coming at you and overwhelming you with things, and you're just like, I don't want to deal with this right now. Like, I just don't. It makes me want to cry actually thinking about it. It's in the pit of my stomach. Like, you just feel overwhelmed. Take time away if you need to. I mean, everything's about balance. Make sure you're giving yourself a dose of love. You do come out okay. Okay? Like, so just know where you are right now. It goes away. You come in, your confidence, you flow, you know, you do the damn thing. So don't worry about that. It is your new beginning. You're going to take action. You're going to do what you need to do. Don't worry about it. You're going to do it when you need to do it, how fast you need to do it. And it's going to be good. Like, you're going to know where to invest, how to invest. You're going to build with it. It's going to be good. And actually, it's going to be something that does help you align with yourself. You will be victorious. Like, but you will align, you will move forward. And there will be a type of power shift. This could be power plays. So for some of you, if you are dealing with a person who's is or was kind of narcissistic, or at least in their tendencies, or player-like, whatever, whatever you choose to do, even if you take a wrong path at first, you are going to end up healing and being pushed into alignment and knowing where to go anyways. There's going to be a power switch. Whether it's, you know, this kid situation and you're gaining confidence, you learn, it's a new journey. You know what I mean? You learn. And it's going to make you question things about yourself, and are you ready? And it's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. So it's going to take you a little bit to feel this way. It's going to make you find and tap into parts of yourself that, you know, you never had to before, or you didn't know were there, or to even like deal enough with yourself. Like, you know, to know when to just be enthusiastic and confident. I almost also keep seeing like the Queen of Swords. And know when to just be like, no. Like boundaries. Like exactly like this on the bottom of the deck. Like this is boundaries. Like something, whether it's within yourself, if it is a kid, if it's family, if it's people around you, this relationship, this situation, whatever, you're just like, you're going to learn your boundaries. And boundaries first and foremost start with yourself, but you're going to learn them also around you. It's just a new beginning. And it is going to be passionate for you. It's going to be a little bit scary, but you're having to develop parts of yourself you never had to develop before. Point blank. And you're going to do it. You're going to do it swiftly. Watch your actions a little bit, you know, because Cancers can be a little like, you know, that was not a good impression. I'm sorry about that. It was like you guys can snap or be kind of crabby or moody or whatever, especially if people don't know when to leave you alone. So be careful of that. But make sure you do lay your boundaries down. You will take action. Don't worry about it. But it does work out. You do have the 10 of Pentacles. It's going to be very good and lucrative for you. It will help you align your energies, and there will be a power shift. For those of you in a crappy situation, you know, as long as you're doing all this and you're working on yourself, there will be a power shift. And I don't mean this like in a way of for you to continue this energy. I'm saying like you will take your power back. For those of you who are in actually even a healthy situation and you're just feeling a little bit unsure of yourself, or you've never done this before, you know, and you might even have to like a bunch of people who are like, you should do this, you should do that, you should do it this way, you should do it that way, like especially, you know, pregnancy or some other situation. And like, who are you? How do you want to do it? Like, and balancing that energy of learning through tried and true generations that have been there already, but then also balancing like it's you, it's your way. Even if you have to make your own mistakes, or even if you have to learn and know that just because something was done one way in the past doesn't mean it's something that's meant to be carried forward. Our times now are not the times they were back then. It's knowing that discernment, that level of discernment of knowing. That's another thing with this, like balance. Like it's okay, honestly, if you mess up. It's through trials and errors that we learn who we are. You always get the opinions you need, and then you go back and listen to your intuition, you know, and decide which one to do, whether you want to carry that on. Does it feel right? Does it feel good with me? Like, I don't know. You just adjust it and go with the flow and ride the journey. Like, whatever, ride the wave. You get the point. I just feel like you're entering into territory you've never dealt with before. Whether it's being single, whether it's taking care of yourself, whether it's, you know, now being a mother, whether it's having boundaries. You're going to need to protect your energy too, by the way, in whatever situation this is. So learning how to protect your energy, because if not, you are going to be drained. It's just your life force is going to be sucked right out of you. It's another reason why you're probably sitting like this on the bottom of your deck. And that's probably, it might be the way you feel it now. I don't know, but it does get better, is your likely future. But somebody, whoever this resonates with, you're going to have to be stepping into your power. You know, you're going to have to learn sometimes to come out of your shell when everything in you wants to go into your shell. And sometimes you're going to have to go into your shell when everything in you wants to just grab somebody's neck and break it. You know what I mean? Like punch them in the face. I don't know. But there's parts of yourself here being developed. I don't even know how long I should even stay on this. It's just a new beginning. It's going to bring stuff up in you. Some of this is going to be good. Some of it's going to show your sides. You're like, whoa. And it's okay. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. You might even be dealing with ancestral stuff, like family stuff, family line stuff, good and bad. What do you want to keep? What do you want to leave? Separating yourself, this toxic energy from your family. Who are you? Who are they? What do you want from them? What do they need to back the heck off about? Whether it's family, growing up family, or whether it's family like you've developed this family, whatever, and or. But who am I? Like, this is what I see a lot with this. Who am I? And aligning to all of that and realizing for the first time in your life, I've got to figure out who the heck I am. And if you haven't figured it out, this whole process is going to get you there, and pretty soon you are going to figure out who you are. Like, who are you? Who are you? Not who does your family think you should be? Who did you think you should be? Maybe even this stuff is making you even question your own beliefs, which makes sense. Uranus is in Taurus. You know, and Taurus is all about, you know, money, finances, traditions, beliefs, love, beauty, food. You get it. But maybe you even have a Taurus in your life who can help you with this, or that you resonate with. I don't know why, but maybe you have something with Taurus energy coming up. But it could just be Uranus and Taurus. But this is very much who am I? And it might also make you mentally conflicted for a little while. Also, another thing I get from this, as you're doing this, people around you, I know it's just going crazy, may not like this. Especially as they feel the power shifting, especially if you've for a while been that type, like, you know, where you just, to make things easy, or just like whatever, or you just let things go, or, you know, you knew yourself, but you really didn't just step up to that block or that pedestal. It's like, yeah, you know, there's Cancer, but basically they could push you farther than they're going to start to be able to. You're going to come more into your own. And you're going to have to be, for whatever reason. Everybody's is going to be different. But for whatever reason, some situation is coming to you or being removed or whatever, where it's forcing you to have to figure out who you are. Or at least a side of you before you didn't know before, and there will be power shifts. And it will get to your mind a little bit, but not too bad. Just keep going with it. But people around you aren't going to like it, and that's okay. You know? You're building you. You're not trying to build a world where everybody else is satisfied and not Cancer. You're building you. You're building your inner world. You're aligning your worlds. All right, let me go on. That's a pretty powerful future. How you see yourself is you have the Two of Pentacles and you have the Nine of Wands. So again, this very much matches the energy at the bottom of the deck, where, you know, you're just trying to maintain balance, trying to make certain decisions. You're trying to juggle a lot of things. Whatever this new beginning is, whatever was removed, whatever internal work you're having to do, and it's just kind of beating the crap out of you. You're surviving, you know, you're healing, you're making it. But you're kind of just like, I feel like you're just trying to keep things simple. And if you bring complex energy or ridiculous energy, like, go away, stay away. It might even be, if it's not even, like, you might even just want to be by yourself anyways, which is why you might have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. But you're probably having so much going on around you that you're wanting to just tap into you. I don't want to hear what you have to say. When I want to know, I'll ask. I'm not trying to say this in a whatever way, but you're just so much at that point where it's like, kind of like a saying, like, when I want your opinion, I'll ask for it type thing. You're just so much at that point, like, where you're just like, when I want to talk to you, I'll come talk to you. When I want your opinion, I'll ask. Like, I want to be in my energy right now. Like, you're full on going into this whole high priestess mode. Like, you're going into your water. You're going into your intuition. And you're having to deal with your emotions while you're there, too. But, there's certain things you're having to deal with, look at, let go of, what's working, what's not. You're just in the process. And I feel like you're really just like, you're trying to find balance. Because you can't even hear yourself think. You're trying to. You know, you're probably scared. There's probably a lot of fears coming up in you, a lot of old emotions, a lot of insecurities. That's kind of on the verge of making you a little emotionally unbalanced. You're trying to maintain face, like Cancers tried to do, you know? If they feel it coming on, they go in their shell. When they feel okay again, they come out. And I feel like because you're a little bit unstable, you know, not saying you're like mentally unstable, you get what I'm saying? Like, because they're kind of coming up to work through, you're kind of in your shell. You just want to hear yourself and be around yourself. You don't need anything else complicating it. Because for one, you'll probably snap at somebody. And for two, it's just not necessary. Make sure you're not doing it too much. But I do feel like, you know, it's what you're needing to do right now. Let's just go on. What's in your environment? You have the Seven of Pentacles and you have the Empress. So it could be a very motherly figure too, that's either waiting on you or investing in you. Maybe they're a little too invested. Tell me what the Seven. Also, I get to, the Empress and the Seven of Pentacles is very much like not just a waiting energy, but a receptive energy. Just I'll just sit back. You know, they're like in their power. They're not going after anything. They know, they receive. Because with the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Cups came up. And the King of Cups is in your foundation with the Devil card. So for some of you that this is a relationship, this person is or has a history of just thinking they're, you know, king crap, basically. Like, they don't have to do anything. And now that this change has happened, and I think you're on a new beginning and possibly trying to keep somebody away or keep people at bay. Like I said, there's power shifts. And either they want to work with you now, or there's just more people involved than you want, or you just don't want them there. Like, here's the Hermit. Like, you just want to go within right now. It's like, damn, you know, something happened and you're like pulling away, and it's just like, can I get a moment, please? Like, leave me alone. I need to hear myself and be with myself. And so somebody may not or was not taking action as much as they should. They're very much in their own power, their own, you know, blah, blah, blah. I deserve this. I'm doing this. But somebody could also have like a toxic or an an overbearing or over investing, kind of like strategizing motherly energy as well. Maybe even a manipulative, whether they realize it or not. You know, you have this King of Cups has a manipulative energy with this Devil. And the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, yeah, waiting, strategizing and all that. But it's like, like they're just thinking, like, they might be overly into your business. And thinking like they're really trying to help and do the best thing, but they're just like a little smothering. And you're just like, please go away. And they're just like, what? I'm just trying to help you. And you're just like, you're making me feel like shit. I don't want you to work with me. I just want to be by myself right now. Can I get a minute? Please. Because how they see you is, and this might be why it's affecting your confidence and are you good enough and all that, is the Page of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Like they see you, or at least either they act like this, it comes across this way, you perceive it this way, whatever, as you're kind of young, immature, you're confused, you're not good enough, you don't see things correctly, you don't know. You're like, no, I know, or I'll figure it out. Yeah, I don't fully know, but I'll figure it out. And they're like, no, let me help you. Like, let me help make this right. Let me fix it, you know? I'm gonna fix this. And this could also be relationship. Like they're looking at you like you're confused. You don't know any better. You don't know what you're doing. Oh, Cancer's just doing their thing. They're not whatever. Let me make this right. This is a Justice card. Let me help you make... You're a little all over the place. You're a little in your emotions. Let me help you make the right decisions. You're too in your feelings. Too all over. I'm going to help you make the right decision. So someone could be trying to help you. I get a very overbearing energy though. And you've got a lot of stuff coming up about boundaries. So even if somebody has the best of intentions where they're trying to help you, you can't put somebody in a bubble. You can't always make the right decisions for them. Like, it's a very unhealthy love, to be honest with you. It's a very codependent love. It not only is, you know, I know they're like, oh, let me help you. I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. Well, how'd you get so intelligent? How'd you get so wise? Because you made those mistakes. You can guide people. You can't control people. And you can offer your seeds of wisdom and then let them go do what they're going to do, because this is their life, your journey. So this is your path to pave, even if you make mistakes. Because then you'll just never know. Like, things don't have the same meaning in life unless you had to walk that journey. You had to make those mistakes. Like for me, like Christmas almost had no reason or no like meaning to me. A lot of things nowadays, because of the way we are, it's all money driven. It's all this. There's no meaning to anything anymore. It's starting to get better because of people waking up. There's no meaning to things. And now, because of things that I've had to go through, there's meaning to it now. Now, if I decorate a Christmas tree, it's because it means something to me and I have my meaning as to why. And it's the same with this. Like, you have to have meaning. You have to have conviction. You have to know why you're doing the things you have to do. Because not only that, if you want to pass on to your generations, you want to know that wisdom yourself. You don't want to just be saying, well, it's because mother so-and-so said this, or auntie so-and-so said this, or father so-and-so said this, or just because the pastor said it. And yes, there are some things you could bypass that and learn from it. But that's where you take the advice from people, go in your own area, listen to your intuition, and see what resonates with you. That's how people learn confidence. That's how people learn intuition. That's how people learn to listen to their body and to make decisions. Because, they were given space and held space to be able to do that. And if somebody isn't awakened enough, or they're staying in their own codependency so much they can't give it to you, you're going to have to take that back. You're going to have to take that power play back. And know that you've got to stand in your stuff. Somebody else's reality isn't always your reality. And this could apply for a relationship. This could, any relationship, romantic, parent, friendship, whatever. Like, something about you is having to come into your power, have a power shift, and not so you can manipulate them, hopefully, but just so that you can take your own power back. You can learn how to be you. You can learn how to make your own decisions. And you could be okay even if they were wrong, and know that it helps make you wiser in the long run. But the way they're seeing you and treating you, or at least your perception of it, it's no wonder why you're having confidence issues. It's no wonder why you're doubting yourself. It's no wonder why you're going back in your shell right now. Because another thing it's saying is that a lot of people get when people do this to them is, I'm not good enough. You learn to doubt yourself. You learn to question yourself. You learn to not trust yourself. Whether it's you putting yourself in bad situations, or whether you just not having your boundaries, period. Something about this is you learning yourself, Cancer. Because whether you see yourself this way, or whether other people or somebody is treating you this way, doesn't make it so. This is not true. It's not a reality. And even if it is, that's the learning lessons in life. Love is freedom. Love is release. Love is loving somebody through whatever decisions they make, and giving them guidance and loving them through their journey. Not trying to control their journey, because that is their fear. Whoever this is their fear. Let it be their fear. Let your fear be your fear. Don't let them put this fear onto you and make it like they're doing what's best for you, or you're not good enough, or you're confused, or you don't know what you're doing, or you can't get as good as me. You can't do as good as me. This is just how they see you, or at least your perception of it. This is not the truth. They once were where you were. If they're truly trying to help you. If this person is being manipulative, they want to keep you in this because that keeps them in the... And honestly, people who are honestly trying to help you too, this is all about perception. Sometimes they also want to keep you like this too, because then they're needed. They're needed. They have a role. They're important. They can control things. They don't have to worry about things. Because if they let you do it and you make the wrong decision, they've got to deal with their emotions of worry, their emotions of judgment. And then you've got to deal with the judgment, which is funny because in your likely outcome, you have judgment, which could mean so many things. Whether it's this person's judgment, their own judgment, your own judgment, literally a courtroom judgment. You know, some of you are going through divorce or something. But it's their own stuff. So please don't take on somebody else's stuff. Like, you've got your own stuff apparently that you're working through. And I think somebody else, which either is manipulative or comes across manipulative. I mean, all of us are manipulative. It's just whether or not you do it consciously, and it's whether or not you do it to someone's detriment or not. And somebody is either doing things that makes you feel small and they don't realize it because of their own fears, or they do realize it and they want you to stay small for their own gain. And sometimes that doesn't even look like as bad as it could sound. I mean, it could be like literally, if they let you make their decision, your decisions, they're going to have to worry more, or they're not going to feel needed. They're not going to feel wanted. They're not going to feel as important. Or for ones that are in a romantic relationship, you'll leave them. Or you'll see that they're not as confident as you thought they were. You know, all that type of stuff. Your hopes. You have the High Priestess. And you have the Four of Cups. So, you want time away. Like, you want time to yourself. You want to relax. That's why you had the Four of Swords earlier. Like, you want to relax. You want time out, time away. Go. Just no. You want to listen to your intuition. You want to listen to your voice. You want to listen to what resonates with you and aligns with you. And that's why I said when I started going into your, when I was trying to tap into your energy when I started, it felt like, it just felt disconnected. Like I had a hard time connecting to it because to me, what just kept coming up for me, I felt nothing. And I felt disconnected. And then I felt right here, and then it was coming to me as liver, and then I heard fear. And I think you're really trying to figure out, like I said, who you are. You're trying to let go of what's not you. You're trying to integrate what is you. What's your fears? What aren't your fears? And you need to get away from people's energies in order to do that. And it feels like right now you're kind of being bombarded with energies, whether it's literally just the universe around you, whether it's society, whether it's people, whether it's family, or whether it's your own stuff that's coming up that you're having to deal with. And it's already so much for you anyways that you don't need anybody else's stuff right now. And you just want to hear yourself and be able to discern all that. Some of you might be just trying to kind of hide away, but you're very much in like a hermit energy. And just really tap into yourself. Like, who are you? How do you want to move forward? What's working for you? What's not working for you? The fears of it, the conflict. And it's probably like the more you do that too, like the more people can feel that pulling away energy, the more they're like, where are you going? Like their fears get exacerbated. Like, where are they going? What's wrong? Are you not coming back? Are you okay? Are you having a meltdown? Can you handle this? Do you need help? What can I help you with? What can I do for you? You know this is natural, or this is not natural. You shouldn't do this. It's not healthy. Or like, I mean, just everybody's thoughts, opinions, blah, blah, blah. I can feel it. Like, part of you wants to just cry. Part of you wants to run away. Part of you wants to go snap necks. And some part of you wants to just be held. But to be honest, I don't think you want to be held by somebody else. Like, I think you want to, like, hold yourself. Either that or that's what I see, because that's what you should do. You may want to do some work or look up meditation, like inner, like, hypnosis or meditations on connecting with your inner child and your higher self. It might help you during this time. Because that's really what I see is the only comfort you really want right now is your own. Because it's the only one that's going to know you, understand you, show you, and all of that. There's so many things in your ear that you don't know what's what. You don't know what's up, you don't know what's down, you don't know what's left, you don't know what's right. This could be an exaggeration, it may not. Everybody's is going to be different, but to some degree you know exactly what I'm talking about right now. And it's just a lot. Your fear, you have Ace of Pentacles reversed, and you have the Six of Wands. Obviously, one of your fears could be that for some of you, there is no new beginning, or it's delayed. That maybe if some of you are stuck on this other person who's very manipulative in a romantic setting, that they're more worried about getting attention and ego and being successful and right and the winner and blah, blah, blah. And then some of you is like that you're, maybe this new beginning won't go well. You won't be successful at it. Or at least that other people will see you as not being successful. Which again is a judgment. It's a fear. You probably are releasing, like I said, when I said about that family stuff with this Ten of Pentacles, you're probably releasing or need to release a lot of generational or like hereditary, you know, fears, wounds, all that stuff. lot of solar plexus stuff going on here. So you may also want to look up like moves, exercises, meditations that can help with your solar plexus. Page of Cups keeps coming up. I think that there's just a lot of fears here of a new beginning won't happen. Or if it does, it won't be successful or it won't look successful. Maybe an apology won't come for some of you. Some of you want an apology. Tell me about this, please. Ace of Pentacles reverse. I just think that you won't be able to like find your place with it and your alignment, and you're basically just fearing this new beginning is exactly like I was saying. That it either won't start or you're fearing the new beginning, and that you won't really have what it takes to pull it off, or at least in the way you want it to. There's probably a lot of things here about like judgment coming up for you. Like maybe you even saw yourself as you were never somebody who really judged other people or judged yourself, but you're realizing right now because of all this how much you really actually do judge things, or judge yourself or judge others. Because you're already like, this hasn't even happened and you're already judging how it's going to happen, instead of realizing that life has its ups and downs. It's all learning curves. Like, you're supposed to mess up sometimes. You know, like, even the people who come in and do the wrong things. I mean, mothers, really a lot of times, mothers and fathers should have the attitude of like, I was the one chosen to come to mess your life up. Sometimes. Because that's the journey that you embarked on as a human in this world. I mean, obviously you don't aim for that, you know, but you do the best you can. And know that whatever happens was supposed to happen, or that they'll do whatever, or you'll do whatever, or whatever is supposed to happen will. Like, there's just a lot of judgment. In the same way you felt judged by this person in a romantic situation, you're realizing that you judge yourself. And you're needing to like really go within and see that with this Hermit on the bottom, and then the Knight of Pentacles, and find your confidence. Oh, 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So some of you, it's like, you need to go within and find this and bring yourself a level of stability and confidence. And it will help realign you to what's right again, the nostalgia, maybe even a soulmate. And it just starts. It goes to 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, start of new beginning, 2 of Chalices. Like, some of you, if you just go with this and do the inner work, some of you, this person could come back around. I don't know if they'll have healed. Maybe. And then there goes that. And some of you, it's going to bring somebody else in who's actually going to give you what you wanted from this person, but you're trying to hold on it to it so much that couldn't even come in. But you're going to have to go through internal work and fears and all of that and releasing in order to make room for this to come in. And you're going to fear whether you made the wrong decision, you or somebody else. And then some of you, whether it's another situation, whether it's a job, family, whatever, you're going to have a lot of doubts about the things that you do and the decisions that you make, and whether you're going to be judged, mostly because whether you realize it, you're judging yourself. If you don't judge yourself and you're fine with it, you're like, yeah, I'm okay with it. Other people judging you, you're not going to care. You're just going to be like, I'm sorry you feel that way. That's for you to worry about. I'm fine. The only time you worry about somebody judging you is when you judge yourself. I say this because I've been through this and I'm currently going through this, but the more I get to a point where I don't judge myself and I just roll with it, the more I'm like, I don't care what you think. Your likely outcome, you have Judgment. So I think you see it. I think you hear it. Tell me about Judgment. Yeah. Like you find your level of stability. You end up coming around, Cancer. Like, I know you got to go through all these things and it's okay. It's part of the process. Just don't judge yourself. But, you ride it out. I mean, you end up having a change of perception. You end up getting your confidence, your stability, you just rock it. If you do the work, if you allow this and you release things that don't serve you and all that stuff. If you don't, I mean, I don't know. But you end up seeing how all of this was an illusion. Which is funny because that's a lot of like the Six of Cups a lot of times like illusion. The Seven of Cups is illusion. Which is funny because this person or thing in your environment is looking at you like you don't see things correctly. And you're in an illusion, blah, blah, or fantasy. And like you're just like, oh, it's going to be great. I'm just going to do this. And they're like, they have no idea. Well, so what? They don't understand either because they don't understand what they're doing is feeding you that energy. So, be you. Have your boundaries. Do your thing. Let them worry about their own energies. Let them worry about their own fears. Because you end up doing it and you end up doing it the way you're supposed to do it. That's the way, that's your path. It's yours. It's you. You figure out you. And you have this new, you have the Judgment and you have the Hangman. This situation may be uncomfortable, but it's leading you to a perspective shift. And you have a type of like awakening, even if it's not a straight up awakening, you have a perspective shift and one that leads you to more confidence and more stability and more just togetherness within you. That's awesome. Yay. Also, you keep having the Tower come up. Also very much an awakening. So let's, God, I gotta wrap this up. Why is this not, no. You have, as one of your animal spirit cards, you have Assertive Cougar. In silence, you find power, which is funny because that's what all this is about. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Let me see if the book has anything. If Cougar is new to your life, it means you're coming into your power. It could also mean it's time to take a leap of faith and go for your desires. Opportunity are at hand. With Cougar by your side, you will know better how to set boundaries and protect your precious energy and time so you could pay attention to what really matters. And that's what I was saying earlier about protecting your energy. With powerful Puma, you will have grace, passion, and purpose. Things you should question. Have you been losing your temper and lashing out? You need time alone. Are you leaving things unfinished? Are you spending enough nature time to regenerate your strength? Refocus and try again. You also have, as some of your other animal spirit cards, you have Bobcat, Life is a Mystery. Wasp Spirit, Sometimes Life Stinks. And Mouse Spirit, Tend to the Small Things. And the thing I really get from this is like, this is a type of kind of spiritual transformation that's guiding you along your journey. Don't question it too much. There's a lot of things we don't understand. You can't always plan this stuff out. I mean, a human mind cannot plan the way a lot of things come together. And when you look back, you're like, I'm glad that happened. And sometimes it's through uncomfortable or bad things that this happens. And it teaches you really to look at yourself and look at the things that are important in life. Look at you, to come back to basics, basically. To get rid of all that stuff that doesn't matter, doesn't help you. It's not you. You're carrying it around. You don't need it. It's hindering you. And just get it out. Free it from your mind. Some of you may want to hit me up for an Access Consciousness Bars distant session. Or if you're in Jacksonville, Florida, a local one. But because it's like a computer, when it becomes bogged down with energy, you have to clean it out because it slows down. It's like the same. And that session, that energy work, it clears out the mental energy and helps you let go of old patterns, old beliefs, old thoughts, and stuff like that. But at the very least, just know that whatever is happening around you right now is happening for your betterment, for something you couldn't even plan. And even if it sucks for a little while, it's going to end up better for you. This is a blessing in disguise. And it's helping you find, you know, the basics to life again. You're getting rid of a lot of stuff that doesn't matter. And it's making room for the things that do, such as who the hell are you? Your boundaries, your regeneration of your energy. What brings you to life and makes you shine. Not what you thought you should be, not what others think you should be, not anything like that. You. It's bringing you back to basics. Like sometimes it's not about becoming anything, it's about unbecoming what we're not so the real us can shine through. Like that. That's the vibe I get. It is helping you see a different perspective that's going on here. It's helping you have balance, so have patience through this. I'm not going to show you these cards for sake of time. There are emotions. You have the second chakra that's coming up, so you are having emotion. It is emotional stuff. It's a creative energy, though, and a sexual energy, but it's also an emotional energy. It's going to bring you to a lot of indecisions and a lot of kind of disruptions, indecision, storm warning. It's okay, though. It's like the tower energy. It's meant to clear stuff out. For some of you, it doesn't matter which situation, I guess. You might actually have been or be in this situation and in a controlling one where it's just a lustful energy. You question your self-worth. You really try to be like obedient. I mean, hell, this could even be for like family. It doesn't matter. Like even if it's not lust, like lust is very much also a codependent energy, and you feel drawn to it. You feel needed to it, like because you question your self-worth. And you just try to be obedient because you're fragmented, which is why these energies are coming in to help align you. And this is a time where, you know, respect your differences, respect others, but you have high priestesses of air. Like this is a time to make your own decisions. Go in your emotions, deal with them if you have to, but afterwards make a non-biased, non-judgmental, non-ego judgment or decision. I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. Love, grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Perseverance. I know that I can set my mind to whatever I want to. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. There's just lower energies you're clearing out of. And it's trying to bring you to more of a love energy. Some of you might need to remove this toxic or lustful energy. And this also, like I said, could apply to a family. It's just a very codependent energy. So that some of you are really about to learn what love really feels like. You also might lose a situation that you think you love or that loved you. And you're having grief and you've been persevering through it, but it's locked you off balance, and this situation is being removed from your life so that you can get balance back. They were just lower vibrational energies. Others of you are having to protect your energy because other people are trying to project lower vibrational energies onto you while you're going through whatever you're going through. They're not yours. Some of them might be a little bit, but not to the level that I feel like it's coming at you. But everybody, no matter what situation you're in, have some type of codependent energy or things you're releasing, and your self-worth and alignment is coming back up. Owl, seek out deeper deception or seek out deeper intelligence to see through deception. As events take on their own momentum, you take a true leap forward. And then you have bear, nurture creativity and return to the sweetness of life. That's what this whole process is doing for you. Also, which are almost done, you have triumph of Galatea. You are being watched. Lately, you've been having fun at the expense of getting the job done, and so far, there have been no serious repercussions. But be warned, someone has been keeping an eye on you, and you will not get away with this kind of behavior forever. Perhaps she is jealous of your carefree ways or simply irritated at your lack of responsibility. In any case, it is time to straighten up and do what you are supposed to do before you get called out. So some of you, like I said, who's ever in a very manipulative type of energy or situation, even romantic likewise, it's either being removed from your life or you're starting to see it, and enough's enough, basically. You've been seeing it and watching it. Some of you, maybe you've been doing wrong, I don't know, but you feel like you're doing something. I feel like somebody's very, like, judging of what you're doing and try to control what you're doing, even if they think they're helping you. And they're like, and maybe that's what's going to blow up, is you putting them in their friggin' place. Try to be balanced about that, but don't feel bad like you did something wrong afterwards. Especially if you could control your anger or biting their head off, you'll feel all the better about it. If you do mess up and bite their head off, just be like, listen, I'm sorry I said it that way, but what I said I still keep. I just should have said it differently. My emotions got the best of how I said the words, but what I said I still mean, unless you said some really nasty stuff. But just stick to the boundary part of it. And stick to I. Don't be like you. This is how I feel. This is what I want. Blah, blah, blah. But somebody, I feel like, has been watching and judging you. I have a few different scenarios here. Cultivate your self-love. You have spent too much time seeking out approval and love from others. You cling to relationships long after they have lost their vitality and value to you. Start to cultivate your self-love and rebuild your self-worth before you proceed any further in your relationships, your profession, and your real life. Your inability to let go and stand on your own is detrimental to your personal growth. Take inventory of your strengths and weaknesses, learn to love and make use of your competencies, and ameliorate your shortcomings. Speak to yourself as you would speak to a beloved child, not with the deriding, hypocritical voice we deserve. Speak to yourself as you would speak to a beloved child, not with the deriding, hypocritical voice we reserve only for ourselves. Embrace yourself and let go of anyone and anything that prevents you from standing on your own 2 feet. Exactly. Trilobites, I don't know. If you need help with this, by the way, let me know. I can help you with this. Expand your timeline. Trilobites are ancient creatures who once roamed our oceans. Just as it took a millennia for them to change, so too your situation will take much longer to mature than you originally thought. Take heart, however, this time will do you good. Crap. All right, let me finish this real quick. Take heart, however, this time will do you good. Take this opportunity to meditate on your past and future actions. Consider your words, perhaps even rehearse your lines over and over again until you have everything just right. But more importantly, do not rush. Take your time and let each situation ripen in its own way. You may not know precisely what you are waiting for, but worry not, the time will not be wasted. Mentally expand your timeline and make good use of your wait. So be patient with this process. And then one more thing, I am going to read the staff to you. And then I'm going to be done. You know how to flow easily between polarities, how to weigh all possibilities and instinctively select the right path. Trust your inner wisdom and take the right step on a journey that your heart has already embarked on. Use the power of the staff to unite what appears to be divided, to find that delicate balance between will and surrender. And that's what you're going to be doing. So if you need help with this, let me know. Again, donation information, give, take energy if this helped you, or for service information, all of that. Check out the description box below, email address, PayPal address, all the information, the disclaimer, all of that. Thank you so much. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I put out different types of videos. I love you guys. Roll, just ride the wave through these energies, okay? It seems like you're going to do it pretty darn well, though, especially if you do the work, okay? If you need help with this, like I said, let me know. I love you guys. I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.